So as I said, we are, as of this dialogue, I think this will be the first one in the YouTube player.
Okay.
Which means it'll still be on Meaning of Life TV. And we encourage people to stay here and comment here. Now, there will be, as these things begin to get traction on YouTube, which will probably not happen immediately or in all cases, there will be comments on YouTube. My own preference would be that our devoted commenters who are committed to having, a place for intelligent and civil debate, which and discussion, which I think is a description that applies to over 90% of them.
I agree.
Continue to foster that at Meaning of Life TV and at Blogging Heads TV, because it's really a precious resource. It's very important to us. It's very important to our ability to keep attracting, top flight people who want to be seen having conversations here, and so on. And if you've ever looked at comments on YouTube, it's like whoever happened to...
It's a cesspool.
It can be. It depends on what you get, but it's just like, because it's a lot of drive-by traffic. It's not people who have a sense of commitment to the place or to the conversation. But, so, who knows what'll happen there if the thing does start to get traction. But I would certainly encourage people to keep commenting here. And I would renew my periodic call for them to do so civilly, respectfully, and so on.
Let me just ask, so nothing will change in terms of, if you go to bloggingheadstv.tv,
yeah,
you will still see the same visual interface, and you will still see the Meaning of Life videos. It's just that when you play them,
right,
the player is going to be a YouTube player. It's not going to go to take you to YouTube, is it?
No, it is not. But a couple of things will change, and let me show them to you. I mean, you're not supposed to do live demos, but I actually have a computer here, and I have the what is now the so-called dev site, because it's not live yet, as we're taping this, although it will be. So here is the home page. I don't know if I can...
yeah, I can see. It's fine. You can see.
Although the lighting is kind of weird. Let me turn off a light or something and see if that helps. But so here's the home page.
Right.
I guess the problem is just that... anyway, that's a home page. So one difference is... We're not sure if this difference will persist. But one difference may be that when you click on headlines on the home page, the video, you will be taken to the video page as usual. The video may not begin playing of its own accord the way it does now, but there will be this big play button in the middle of the thing that'll tell you need to click one more time. So that's not a big deal.
You may need to click twice.
You may. We're trying to find a way around that. But if you do, what may seem odd is that you don't have to do that with Blogging Heads videos, which will still be in the Flash format. You will have with this. But it won't be that deeply confusing. I would say the biggest difference is the share interface. I think I'm going to, at this point, switch to just a... I think this is not that visible, so maybe I'll...
No, the stuff in the column is not visible. I can see the...
Yeah, see, the share, a big difference is the whole share interface. Now, we've taken pride in the fact that you can, custom make clips and so on, if you want. For purposes of sharing or embedding, you can set any in time and any out time. We have preserved that. Let me see this. But it looks a little different, and I just want to quickly explain that. Let me, darn, I thought I had an actual, a paper rendering of this, just in case something like this happens. Oh, I know what I can do. Is it?
Oh, now it's coming into, now we're starting to see it now. Can you make it a little more? It's perfect.
Yeah,
now
there we go. Okay, sorry. Okay, that is the share button.
Okay.
Now, when I touch it, yeah, sure enough, it actually happened. A share interface pops up down here.
Oh, that's nice.
And this took real work on Brian Degenhardt's part, but we preserved everything. It looks a little different. So if you just want to share, just share what you're seeing, you can click Facebook or Twitter. And what that will mean is, if you clicked play entire dialogue to get there, if you're watching the whole thing, then that's what will be shared. If you clicked on one of the topic titles...
And it'll only share that piece.
Then it'll only share the topic title.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, and then if you want to get really cute and make your own clip and share it, of any in time, any out time. Down here is where you will do that. And you probably can't see all this, but you said any in time, any out time, and then you can preview the clip. There's a preview button right here. Wow. You put in the in time and the out time, or you can press these. Like if you're watching the video and you say, I want my clip to start right where it is now, then you press the quote button next to start at, and you'll see the number appear. Anyway, people will get the idea. Anyway, then you preview the clip, and once it's set with the in time or out time, you can again either share it on Facebook or Twitter, or the embed code will appear down here. And the embed code, the default embed code will just be for either the whole dialogue or the topic title, depending on what you did. So anyway, people will figure it out, I think. But that part looks quite different from what the equivalent was, and what the equivalent will still be for Blogging Heads videos for a while. And, we really encourage, we obviously encourage sharing on Facebook and Twitter. Sometimes people ask, what can I do to support the site? Well, we don't ask for money, but although, feel free to send it. But
commenting and sharing are the main ways.
Commenting constructively, participating in the comment section, and sharing things. And also, if in the comment section you're referring to a particular clip and you want to create the clip, the in time and the out time, and show people in the comment section, people do that occasionally, and I love that. So you see the URL that says in at 17 seconds and out and so on. That's wonderful too. So anyway, maybe not all of this was necessary, but
it's a good idea, Bob. I do have a question. Will this affect anybody's subscriptions?
No,
nothing.
Nothing.
To resubscribe?
No, you don't need to resubscribe. And I want to remind people you can subscribe. So you can subscribe either, you can subscribe in a couple ways. You can get an email sent to you every time a show appears. You can subscribe to the podcast through a podcast app or through iTunes or whatever. And you can subscribe either to the entire feed, entire Blogging Heads feed, entire Meaning of Life feed, or to a given show, like your show, Sophia, my show, The Wright Show. We encourage that. And, a final thing I would encourage people to do if they want to help is if you can take the trouble to go to iTunes and rate the podcast if you like it. I don't know if it's a 5-star system or what. And this apparently... it helps even more, apparently, if you leave a review. That the existence of reviews in combination with the rating makes us more visible to other people, helps the audience grow, and makes the prospects for the longevity of the site higher. And I think just being on YouTube will have somewhat the same effect.
I agree. It's going to get you viewers. I mean, people who might not have come to the website, who are looking on YouTube, do a lot of surfing on YouTube,
I think that's particularly true for the kind of content you do, which is kind of timeless stuff. Like you did this dialogue on Kant not long ago, which did very well, but it will be more discoverable on YouTube once it's on YouTube.
Anybody who searches for Kant on YouTube, it'll come up. And it doesn't matter if it's 6 months later. It's not like it's timely and it won't be relevant anymore.
Right.
When is the actual YouTube channel going to be up?
Oh, it'll be up as soon as we are up.
So that's going to go up at the same time.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah, and it may take a while for things to get traction, but one thing we discovered is that actually having the stuff play on our player on site will facilitate the process of things appearing higher in the search rankings of YouTube. But an example, we just did this thing. I just did this conversation on the Buddhist philosopher Vasubandhu. Have you ever heard of him? Really, no. I would encourage you to listen to this because it's amazing how close it is to Western philosophy in some ways. And this guy lived like 1,500 years ago. And he's considered, aside from the Buddha himself, maybe the most important figure in the intellectual history of Buddhism. And that's a thing that is timeless. And, people do study it. And these timeless subjects, more... So the Meaning of Life content, in some ways, more than the Blogging Heads content, because the Meaning of Life tends to be timeless. And that's one reason we're doing it first with Meaning of Life. That kind of content can slowly build on YouTube and become more prominent in the search rankings and so on.
Right,
So
right.
that's the logic behind all of this.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Yeah, let me see if there's anything else. I don't think. No, I think the main
So
complication.
is the next video on Meaning Life TV going to be in this new format?
All videos henceforth on Meaning of Life will be the YouTube format. And by the way, another virtue is that I said earlier there should be fewer tech glitches. One complicated thing about doing video is, when you've got your own player, I mean, we use a kind of a generic player. It's not our own player, but it's a particular player, and we have customized it to do certain things, like the sharing interface. And every time any browser, like, Firefox or Internet Explorer or Chrome, changes something fundamentally, it can screw things up.
It screws up your...
Yeah. And of course, the great thing about YouTube is they probably got 100 people who do nothing but making sure that that doesn't happen, right? And for us, it's just a real strain to be monitoring 4 or 5 different browsers on Windows and not to mention mobile and blah blah blah. So I think people will actually get a better user experience